Hello, my name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, then welcome to my channel, and today's video is going to be my December TBR. So this is going to be a mix of what is left of my fall TBR, which is a lot, and then also some books I just want to get done before the year ends, and then also everything in between because most of these fall into both categories. So the content warnings for all the books I talk about today will be linked down below in the description. I have 6 books to start with here, and we'll see how the month goes, we'll see how things turn out, but for now, we are going to start this video off with my current read. And that is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. Gallant follows our main character Olivia, who receives a letter telling her to come home to Gallant. However, when she arrives there, no one is expecting her. However, this is the first place it actually feels like home to her, so she refuses to leave, and she is determined to figure out all of the secrets that Gallant has to offer. I am currently on page 190. The next time I pick this book up, I'll probably finish it. Emphasis on probably. So this book probably doesn't have a ton of time left on this TBR, but it's here for now. This has not been my favorite V.E. Schwab book, but I am really enjoying it. There's kind of a story within the story that I find to be super interesting, and this is what has kind of kept me engaged and wanting to keep reading. That, and then all of the secrets, because the story does hold a lot of secrets. And I need to know all of them and the full extent of all of them. And I'm just so excited to eventually see everything come together. I also think this story has some really beautiful illustrations. I've been enjoying those. I have kind of been comparing this book in my head to another book, and whenever I've been doing that, it has not worked out well for Gallant, but I am still really looking forward to finishing it, and I just need to stop comparing it to others. So next up is Bloodmarked, which is the sequel to Legendborn. Legendborn follows our main character Bree after the death of her mother. Bree gets accepted into a residential program at UNC, and this seems to be a good escape from everything that is going on until she witnesses an attack by a magical creature at her first night on campus. The attack introduces her to a secret society of Legendborn, who are the individuals that hunt down these creatures, and it also introduces her to a powerful mage called Merlin. The mage attempts to wipe Bree's memory of what she saw that night. However, his failure to do so accidentally unlocks Bree's own magic, and also a hidden memory of the night her mother died. Bree then has to decide how far she is willing to go for the truth. Legendborn was a really strong 5-star read for me, and I am so excited that I am holding the sequel in my hands right now. What I remember most about book 1 are the complex relationships between the characters, and then I also remember it having an interesting premise and world, but most of all, I just remember Legendborn being a really good and really solid read. And I'm excited for more of all of that. I'm curious to see where everything is going to go. Like, this book has a lot of pages. There's a lot of places it could go. My one concern, and it is a pretty big concern, is that I'm really not sure how much of Legendborn I actually remember. I do think it may be more than I think I know, but I also know that I didn't fully settle into Legendborn until like the later portion of the book, and I don't know how much of that I still have. Like, Legendborn has a lot of details, and I really don't think they're still in there, but they might be. So yeah, we might be starting over some here, but I'm sure it'll be a good time anyway. So next up is Hunted by the Sky by Tanaz Bhathena. This is set in medieval India and follows our main character who has a star-shaped birthmark on her arm. And this birthmark led to her parents' murder at the hands of the king's soldiers. She gets taken in by a group of rebel women where she starts training in warrior magic in order to get revenge. And then this also follows our other main character who is about to sign his life away to the king's army until he gets entangled in our main character's mission for revenge, and he discovers a magic that he never expected. This one has floated around way too many of my TBRs at this point, and I want this one to be the last one, but I'm at a point where I'm just going to keep throwing it in TBRs until I read it, because that does seem to work for me. On that note, it seems like a ton of things about this book are going to work for me. From the rebel women, to the hopefully complex relationships, to the setting, to the magic. I just need to actually pick it up. It's going to happen happen eventually, and hopefully that'll be this month, but it will happen nonetheless. So next up is Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerri and Maniscalco. This follows twin sisters Amelia and Victoria, who are secret witches living amongst humans. One day after Victoria misses dinner service at their family's restaurant, Amelia finds her body severely desecrated. Amelia then sets out to find her sister's murderer, even if it means using a dark and forbidden magic. I am looking forward to all things dark about this book. And I'm also just looking forward to finding out why this book is so hyped in the first place and why I always see it everywhere. Like, I want in on that so bad, so hopefully things go well here. I think that they will. I'm looking forward to the murder mystery aspect of this. I know there's also like a Prince of Hell or something in here, and that sounds super fun. And overall, I am just ready to fully dive into this series and to see what it has to offer. So next up is Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Malinda Lo. This takes place in the 1950s in San Francisco's Chinatown. It follows our main character who realizes that she is in love with another girl as they walk under the neon sign of a lesbian bar known as the Telegraph Club. However, due to the time period and the setting, these two girls are not in a safe place to fall in love with one another, especially with deportation hovering over her father despite his hard-won citizenship, as Red Scare affects everyone, Chinese Americans like our main character included. And we follow these two girls as they risk everything in order for their love to take shape. I have quite a few 5-star predictions on this list. One is Bloodmarked, the other we'll talk about after this. But this may just be my strongest 5-star prediction out of all of them. I really do think that I'm going to absolutely love and cherish this book forever. I also think that it may destroy me emotionally, but you know, that adds to the experience in its own way. Malinda Lo also does have another book that I have been eyeing and that I am very interested in, but I want to read this one first, so I have held off. It has been difficult, but I have. But that will most likely be something that I will be pursuing in the future, especially since based on what I've seen of this author's writing in this book, I do really think that I'm going to fall in love with this author's writing and stories. I guess you never really know, but also I think I kind of do here. And the final book for this TBR is The City Beautiful by Aden Polydoros. This is set in 1983 and follows our main character who dreams that he will one day have enough money to bring his mom and his sisters from the oppression that they face in Romania to America. However, his dream begins to fall from his grasp when his best friend becomes the latest victim in a large line of Jewish boys who are being murdered. Our main character is thrown into a nightmare of corruption and deceit and back into the arms of a dangerous boy from his past. These two must find the killer before the killer claims them next. This is my other 5-star prediction. This was a book that I knew that I wanted to read the second I found out about it, even prior to its release. So I do have a little bit of a history with it in that sense, and I'm very excited that I finally have this in my TBR pile for the month. Once again, I do think this book could destroy me. I saw somewhere that this is a darker one, so again, content warnings are in the description. And then this is also yet another mystery. There were a lot of those on my fall TBR. And it has been hit or miss so far, but when they have hit, they've been books that I have really, really, really loved. And I am very much looking forward to hopefully adding this book to that list too. Okay, so that is all the books that I have for this TBR. Like I said in the beginning, we'll see how it goes from here in terms of what actually gets read. But as of right now, I do feel really good about this group. I feel excited for my December TBR, which is a good sign. So hopefully nothing lets me down here. So with that, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and answer the question that'll be around here if you want to do that. And hopefully I will see you here next time. Bye.